And that's my my increase in vibration. And to process some of the information that I'm having, I need that amount of human time to make it work for me right now. You know, sometimes there was a time when I felt like that I would be affecting this life negatively if I didn't sleep. And, you know, I finally started understanding that I was doing other jobs when I went to sleep, and they were needing my attention. And because I wasn't changing things in this particular reality as quickly as I needed to, I feel like there was no other choice but to close my eyes and go to sleep and change it somewhere else. And that sounds kind of creepy like that, but there's some of those feelings. It wasn't like some people feel like that in a suicidal way. That's not what I'm speaking of. But that's another thing. And I want to talk to people that are light workers right now. I've been aware that I've been like this for a long time. Okay. But it's only been the last couple, 3, 4 years. And even less than that for some of the things that I've changed in my life that have been more drastic. This is going to be extremely overwhelming. You have to take a breath and realize and think about it. You know, are you really here to just live and die like all the history stories we've been told? We're here on Earth to learn some things. We're here to experience a physical body. We're here to try to bring all creation in love back to God, which is love. Okay? We're trying to build a conglomeration and turn this planet back to a planet of peace and harmony. And I'm not talking about the save the world new order kind of nothing, okay? I'm talking about a collective mass consciousness, a collective energy. I'm talking about a belief. And I'm talking about being open for new experience. We can't look back on what we've done before because it hasn't worked. Nothing has worked, or we would not be in this place. I mean, some things have worked to bring us to this place. I'm not saying that everything that has happened has a very purposeful reason. I mean, even some of the worst things. And if you're a light worker and you're listening to this, you've suffered some of those worst things, most likely. You don't have a lot of if you have, and you're like I am, if you've been so sick that you thought that you were gonna die, if you've been in so much pain you would have sawed your own arm off, if you've been so afraid that you felt like you were dead, I mean, I don't even know, can't even explain that kind of fear. when I thought my granddaughter was drowning and I had to save her. That was, I can't even explain that kind of fear. If you've been abused as a child, as an adult, if you've been hurt, if you've been submissive, and if you've been enslaved, overpowered, suffered horrible physical, mental, emotional trauma in your life, you're equipped, okay? And you're going to stop the chain. So many people, there's a lot of people that don't stop that chain. They just keep on abusing. They keep on living out, blaming, pointing the fingers at everyone else for the pain that they have in their life because they don't understand why they're here. But if you resonate with what I'm saying, you know that you're here for good. You're an innately good person. If you're still here after being through half that shit, you're here for a reason. You have a purpose. Okay? This world is taking advantage of a whole lot of people that are like we are. Because we want to get along, because we want to help people, even though we can't hardly stand people, like stupid people, and bossy people, and controlling people, and really people as a whole have been pretty shitty to us. We can't stand the stupidity of prejudice, the stupidity of who cares who sleeps with. Racism is just absolutely the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, and so fucking wrong. And then, I mean, everything, all of this, none of this shit is anybody's business. It ain't. And why do we think anybody's any better because of, or worse, or, it's all, our light's been overshadowed by this darkness. It's fear. It's anger. It's trickery. We've been tricked into hating people for no damn reason. And light workers, you see all the hate. And you see what people think. And you feel it too. I mean, I know when it's time to shut my mouth. If I did, then y'all wouldn't always think I was a weirdo. But you know what? Pretty soon y'all gonna be weirdos too, so probably are anyway. But I go on and I start talking, I get excited. The first person that I say, somebody will say something to me. They ask me some simple question. Let's say they say, oh, did you ever hear this, about the Celestine prophecy, or, I don't know. And I think I click for a minute. And you feel like if you click on a little bit of a level with, this is another sign, light worker sign, a little bit of a level with somebody, man, you just like, you just want to, if you find that person that someone who's receptive, you've got 1,000 lifetimes worth of stuff to say. I stopped holding it in. But now I let people choose if they want to hear it. That's the kind of the cool thing about the video. If you want to listen to it, if you're drawn to listen to it, you will. And you know what? This does me good too. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not asking anybody to send me no money. I don't need money. I really don't. You know, I've got people all day saying, "Oh, Mandy, you should get the, you know, well, how are you going to live like that? And how are you going to..." You know what? I got everything I need always. I don't need anybody's money. What I got to tell people is free. I just want to tell them where to go get it. Okay? It doesn't matter. I learned that stuff. Cards and all about ghosts and doing medium work and remote viewing. I mean, energy healing, all that junk. I studied it. I studied a whole ton of it for a long, long time. Just so that I could sit there and try to convince someone that wasn't going to believe it anyways. That's what I thought. Me, for one. I didn't believe half of it. I mean, I would give people readings and then I'd be like, I feel like I just gave them a whole bunch of bullshit. And they'd see me later and say, "Oh my God, everything you told me was right on." And I don't remember what I've told these people. Because I've learned to work the part of being an empath, and I can transmute that energy. I can take it on, I can filter it, and I can push it out now. And I don't remember it because it's not helpful for me to. I'm kind of loaning myself out here for a minute, but at the same time, it's extremely, extremely uplifting to me. Because it helps me exercise my vibration. It helps me reach to a higher level, and I can see a lot more there. And when I can lift some of this off of other people, that raises them up there, and then they can see it a little bit better. So, that's, I mean, in my opinion, part of, you know, why I want to do these videos. You know, I've been trying to get people to come on and watch them and subscribe, and I want them to subscribe because I know that there's people out here that I have stuff to say to. Maybe it's you, maybe it's just somebody you share it to, maybe it's somebody 2 or 3 years from now that says, you know, she was right. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? But you know, I've been all this stuff going on with this world. You know, there's a lot of people I've talked to that didn't even realize the magnitude of that march, the Women's March. And if you didn't, and you were watching mainstream news, you need to get on the internet and go to some live streams like Washington, D.C. and look at some of these people that were there. This was the biggest thing probably that's ever happened in the whole entire world. And it's kind of frightening that so many people aren't even aware of that. Never in the history of the world is this many people gathered in protest. We used to be like, right, there's like a scale of democracy rating or something, and we dropped way down today, like 6 points down to, we're like right above freaking tyrannism or something. We're equal with Iran, or India, I mean, with our democracy. You know how India treats women. This has just been in the last, what's he been in office, 5 days? And it's not even him. It's not him, them, or anything. This is a huge force. You know, yeah, that is what we are going to stand up, because what his election is what's made this huge uproar. But the uproar goes way far beyond Donald Trump. This isn't just going on in this place here on Earth. This is going on in other parallels. What we do here on Earth is going to affect a lot of places and a lot of worlds. It's not just here. Our consciousness exists in many places. And that's the other thing. You know, it's really hard to believe, and it's scary to believe. And you know, even people that have never even thought in a million years that they were going to be, that they were psychic or anything like that, are going to be having some huge revelations. And that shit's going to be scary. So, I kind of want to talk to people that know it. And if we can keep our shit together for right now, we can help some of these other people that's just realizing it, because they're going to be panicking. And if we can keep a calm and peaceful attitude, if we can not be angry, not be afraid, we're going to be able to project that out. Now, people that are angry and afraid, that's what we're here for. We know how to do this. Now, whether you know how to read tarot cards, if you read palms, it doesn't matter how you do it. If you can just talk to someone and calm them, or if you have a way of taking their energy and learning, I would, anybody that wants to come and take my classes here or whatever, it's not even going to be like a class. I don't want to be nobody's boss. And just because I'm telling you how to do something doesn't mean that that's the right way or the only way, okay? I just want to encourage you to do whatever way makes you feel like you're part of the accumulative mass consciousness that you've been pulled to, that you are pulled to. And to be there is to have peace within yourself as well. And it doesn't matter if you know how to do cards. Do you know how to give someone a hug? Do you know how to give someone a compliment? Do you know how to tell someone, I understand how you feel, or you can talk to me, or, you know, maybe you do have a word for that person. If it happens that it's someone that don't know you, and you feel inclined to pull out some cards or some stones or whatever, don't sit there with a book and go back and forth. Go with what's coming to you. This is a time for remembering. This is not study time. Okay? I did the study time. Does that make me a better light worker? No, don't. But it makes me help you be a better one. Because when you have those doubts, I can tell you what I know. Because I looked all that shit up. I studied it. I know about it. I know about a lot of this stuff. I know facts that help keep you in line, so you don't feel like your thoughts are too outrageous. Because that's what I thought about me, that my thoughts were too outrageous. So I had to look everything up, prove it, study it, look it up chemically, scientifically, every angle, because I was a skeptic about myself. And all that I found is that I didn't have to be, because so far, so good. But that gives you an advantage because, and me, because now I know why I went that path. I know why I've had some of the things go wrong or right, whatever way you want to look at it. Some of the abuse, some of the things I've had in my life, I know why now. Because it is to help serve the main, help me perform my mission, my purpose. My mission, my purpose is to bring all mankind into a peaceful, that is all our mission. Or, I mean, our purpose. But my mission is to let you know that you're a part of it. And let you know that there's no certain requirement. You don't have to study tarot for 25 years. You don't have to be someone that sees ghosts. You don't have to be any trained person because you already are trained. You're a family member of light. That information is open and you are welcome to it as I am. As everyone is. There's no standards you have to set. You can be exactly who you are. I'm not going to ask to see your certificate because you know what? I know that don't mean one damn thing. I know a woman that has certificates up and down her wall all day long. And she's quite wealthy. And I used to sit right in a booth right next to her doing readings, and she told every single person that sat down exactly the same thing. Maybe they all needed to hear it. That's not up to me to judge. And I don't covet the fact that she has all that money. But I did remove myself from that because I didn't feel that was my kind of energy. That's up to her. I believe that my psychic ability is supporting my life. The parts that are important to me, because I don't really give a shit about money and I got everything else I need. And I could care less. I mean, I might want a car someday, but you know, that'll come when I'm ready. You know, maybe I didn't have a car because I needed to sit here and make these videos instead of be out tooling around and wasting money. So, anyways, I'm going to talk some more about being a light worker, but feel free to comment and please subscribe if you like these videos. And the more people that subscribe, the more I'll put out there, I swear, because, you know, I got lots to say. And I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.